celebrate my favorite brother. Just on behalf of my family, I'd really like to welcome you all and thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much that you're giving us this time, this opportunity, Father, to come before you and all of our brothers and sisters here, Father, celebrate
we really want to share
Barret Dungan, Father.
our Duncan's family, your sorrowful heart, our Family Federation for World Peace, nationwide and worldwide. We remember your son is our favorite brother and your son. We celebrating this Seung Hwa ceremony in 3 stages. Yesterday, we had a ceremony, G1 ceremony, returning joy to God, to family members, and our community. And today, we are celebrating his life as Seung Hwa ceremony. Seung Hwa means he is going back to homeland with victory.
To the Dungan family, and all relatives and all friends. We are deeply saddened and feel great pain for the loss of Brett and Linda's son, Barret. We also wish to express our condolences to Brenda, Bonita, and Becky Dungan, and all their family and relatives. Our life of faith is never simple, and this sudden passing of Barret is not easy for any of us to understand. That is why the best course is for us to all turn to God. God knows this loss and knows this pain. He experienced it all throughout history with Jesus and all the Old and New Testament saints with our deepest love and from the true hearts. Dr. Chung Shik-young, the Continental Director of the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification North America, and Reverend Michael Jenkins, the President of the Family Federation of World Peace and Unification, USA.
It's indeed a great honor for me to have been invited by your family to come and say a few words at this very special celebration. I think Barret would have started his talk, if he were speaking at this moment, with something like, "Go Troy!" Barret is a force of nature. He is a man of action. He didn't talk about loving others or serving others. He actually did it. And that's what I respect and love about him the most.
Barret traveled extensively with his family. While visiting relatives in California, Colorado, Mexico, and Georgia, he toured 12 other states and included landmarks in Death Valley, the Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam, Redwood Forest, and Juarez, Mexico. In 2002, he was able to spend a week with his father in Great Bend National Park in the U.S. and Mexico. And in March 2004, they were able to spend a week together traveling around Europe, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and France. In addition to being a world traveler, Barret was also a sports enthusiast. Barret's love for soccer began in 1995. In 1995, he began to play soccer in the Mobile Sports Recreation League. His love of soccer inspired his father and Mr. Steve Rapoli to start the Bayou Battery Soccer League, with Barret as one of the founding members. In high school, Barret participated in ambassadors, cross-country soccer, tennis, robotics, and chess team, while graduating with honors. He was an avid Troy fan, attending every football game in the front row, the student section, cheering and rooting on his friends through thick and thin until the end of the game. He knew all the names of all the members of the men's and women's basketball team and rooted them on from the floor in his team colors, and in the sun he regularly rooted on the baseball team. He always wanted to give his little brother the experience that he may have not otherwise had. Barrett's life revolved around others, and he loved to do things for others, to many people, and to make them smile and have fun. He'll be doing this.
I just wanted to share that, just a quick comment. My father's here today, and I wanted to acknowledge him, recognize him. My father lived on the edge. In fact, he did a lot of things in his life that were outrageous and probably illegal. If not outrageous, they were anyway close to being illegal. And he got in submarines and went and shot torpedoes and came back and lived to tell about it. And so I kind of did things in my life that were outrageous and probably illegal, and if not illegal, they probably should have been. And so, Barret had great respect for my grandfather, his grandfather. He was really proud of his grandfather. At any rate, Barret really lived on the edge, just like his grandfather and just like me. He really lived on the edge. And I think that's all I wanted to share there.
And I'd like to extend my sincere appreciation excuse me, for all your caring and many kindnesses at this tragic time for our family. I'm Brett's mother, as many of you know, and Barrett's grandmother. Barret is one of my 8 grandchildren, one of 2 boys and 6 girls. My relationship with all my grandchildren is unique with each child, and my relationship with Barret was very special. We did a lot of joking together and also had some very serious discussions. He was always...
He'll always keep with me. He was always the one there trying to make me laugh and always trying to make me smile and trying to say things that would surprise me, but I wouldn't let him. We would sit around with my friends. I remember Olivia, he'd come to her apartment, and we'd be sitting on the couch, and he'd walk in and he'd say something, and Olivia would die laughing. And I'd sit there, and he'd be like, "Why are you laughing at me? Why are you smiling?" And I'm like, "Because he didn't get me." And he was like that to all my friends. If he didn't believe it was important, then he wouldn't do it. And he loved everybody in their own way, whether you could see it or not, no matter what they did to him. Those guys over there can tell you. There are so many stories that we shared driving back to Troy, back and forth.
Family, friends, and congregation, I apologize I wasn't able to physically attend the Seung Hwa ceremony. I wrote this letter not to send words, but a piece of my heart to Barret as well as you all. I know that right now it is really hard for everyone, especially since it was so unexpected. After hearing about it over the phone, it was difficult for me to grasp since he had always been a part of my life. From when we were kids playing around with firecrackers on the rooftop of the old house on Little River Road, to watching him dive across the soccer roll to block the unforgiving shots delivered one after one.
Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind, following you. flashing lights, tunnels to gates of white, and our hands clap so tight, waiting for a hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate their notes on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when you're so in love, and I'll follow you into the dark. Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule, I got my knuckles bruised by a lady in black. I held my tongue as she told me, son, fear is the heart of love. So I never went back. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. There's no one beside you when you're so in love, and I'll follow you into the dark.
It's a little testimony to the love that Barret shared with all of us, that there were so many people here today. I came last night to the viewing, and there was a line that was hours long, and I just felt, my goodness, what a testimony to a family of love and goodness. I've known Brett and Linda for nearly 25 years, and whenever I come to Viola Battery, I very often stay at their house. And it was just this weekend, actually, on Friday and Saturday night, that I stayed with them. And we had a very special breakfast with Barret, actually, that Saturday morning. And he shared with us some of his dreams and some of his hopes. And that evening, Brett said, let's all go to the cathedral. They're having a special classical music concert. So we all went together to the concert. And I had a chance to spend a lot of just personal time with Barret. He and I walked out to the car together, and we shared about some of his things he was doing at school. And then Brett took us to the Ruby Tuesday for a dessert afterwards. We all ordered double chocolate cakes and all this sort of stuff. Barret and I split a chocolate cake together. I felt really, this is really a fine young man. Just as our time in the womb is a time for us to develop our lungs and our body, our time on earth is a time also for developing the capacity to love. And that's the beauty and the victory that we bring today with Barret. That he has actually demonstrated that kind of capacity to love. And we can feel with confidence that he goes into that next realm with the capacity to love and the currency of love. Holding him down, kind of keeping him here. Let's lift him up and let's let him go to where he can be with God, and then he can return. He can come and be with us and participate with us in our life here on this earth.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Father, that you could look down upon us and know, Father, that we here in this physical world, Father, sometimes we need help to understand, Father. On this day, we're grateful for everybody that could share from the bottom of their heart, Father. From near and far, everybody who loved this child, Father. Barret Dungan, who touched our hearts. For those of us who've known him since he was a newborn baby, Father, until this day, 20 years. He's given us all so many memories. His friends, eternal memories. His family. He was everything, Father. Heavenly Father, we lift him up to you today. We lift Barret up, Father, with our words of song, with our prayers, with our hearts. Father, receive him in the heavens.
centered around this beautiful son of yours, Barret Sungbok Dungan. Father, as we come to close this particular chapter in his life.
Barret, we love you! Barret, we love you!
Barret, we love you!
Monse!
Long to see you again!
Monse!
We offer you to Heavenly Father and to all of heaven!
Monse!